Well, the regional finals certainly did not disappoint. The two games that we thought would be great were okay, and the two games that we thought would be okay were great. Gonzaga hung with Duke for most of the game, but the Blue Devils pulled away late and prevailed. Wisconsin battled Arizona, took control of the game late, and prevailed once again. Michigan State and Louisville slugged it out in an evenly matched thriller. Game went into overtime, and the Spartans took it down and made the Final Four amazingly once again. Seventh time for Tom Izzo. And how about Kentucky and Notre Dame? What a game that was. I saw some people commenting about how it was the best college game they've seen. I'm not going to go that far, but man, it was exciting. I really feel like that is the team that could have beaten Kentucky. I do think Kentucky will cruise now, but I've been wrong about most things in this tournament. So we'll see what happens next weekend. On that note, Jim McGowan was not wrong about any of the Final Four. He got all four of the Final Four correct, and he leads the pool with 98 points. Chris Nikou also nailed all four and is in second place right now with 96 points. Jeff Bry likewise nailed all four of the Final Four, and he sits in third place with 95 points. And Miguel Lopez was able to pick all four of the Final Four, and he is in fourth place with 89 points. So we had four people out of our pool who got all four of the Final Four correct. Now, none of those guys picked Kentucky to win it all. Not one of them pick Kentucky to win it all. So maybe these sports geniuses know something the rest of us don't know, but we'll find out next Saturday and next Monday night. Ryan Casey is the leading participant in the pool with Kentucky picked to win it all. He is in fifth place right now with 88 points. Kevin Orton is tied with Ryan, but Kevin cannot score any more points, so he won't be winning any money. Kevin, you're out. Rounding out our current Elite Eight with 87 points are Brandon Oot, defending champion Jacob Kinnamore, and top chick Jennifer Schleder. Nick Buckelew has wrapped up last place, by the way, in the pool with an incredibly feeble showing this year. Nick got 19 out of 32 in the first round. Not terrible. Then he started melting down with 8 out of 16 in the second round. Then the free fall really began as Nick plummeted with only 2 of the Elite 8. Only 2 in a year where so many of the favorites managed to advance. Nick could muster up only 2. And finally, Nick was the only person out of our 112 entries to muster up 0 of the Final Four. Yes, that is correct. Nick got 0 of the Final Four. He had Arizona and Gonzaga, all right? A lot of us had Arizona and Gonzaga. He also had West Virginia, previously mocked in one of these videos, and Nick had Providence in the Final Four. Most people in this pool do not even know where Providence is. Anyway, Nick finished with 43 points, one of the worst showings we have ever seen in our pool. For his sucky picks, Nick is fined $40, payable with next year's entry. So he owes $80 to enter next year. Nick, don't be like that jackass Michael Mullins who disappeared after finishing in the cellar last year. Buck up your $80 and redeem your miserable self. PJ Potter started this tradition, by the way, of paying double. He fined himself, showing his great character, fined himself for finishing last place several years ago. And then Logan Tosky held the crown for 2 consecutive years. PJ, by the way, has managed to elevate himself all the way up to 92nd place in the pool this year. Nice job, P. Just ahead of Nick in the cellar is Joe Waltz. Joe was invited to participate by Robert Gonzalez. Joe, is this that stinky Bellarmine Bell that you wanted to have play? Weak. Just ahead of Joe is Paulette Britton, who got 2 of the Final Four. 2 of the Final Four, Kentucky and Wisconsin, to elevate herself out of the cellar, to redeem herself somewhat and move into third to last place with 58 points. Ahead of Paulette with 59 points is former champion Vance Pilkington with a horrid showing for a former champion. Michael Cassetta is fifth to last with 62 points, showing off his brilliant Harvard education. Means nothing when picking college basketball. Anthony Garcia has 63 points and has been consistently near the bottom throughout the entire pool. Also down near the bottom with 65 points, we have Jeremy Bell and another Gonzo recruit, Avery Estrada. Gonzo, we definitely want you bringing in more people to the pool next year. Thank you for the donations. Rounding out the bottom 10 with 66 points are Matt Washington and professional sports gambler Peter Schneider. Yes, I'm not even joking. Pete, by the way, if you need a new career, we know some people who have this really good gig going on that you could jump in on. All right, here's our Elite 8 scenarios. We still have 4 people who could win the pool outright, and no less than 23 people who could still cash as part of the Elite 8. All the details are on the group Facebook page and on the pool homepage, so check that out for the complete lists. I'll summarize it briefly right here. If Kentucky wins the championship, Ryan Casey wins the pool. That's it. He wins with any Kentucky victory. It would be a narrow victory by just 1 point over Jennifer Schleder and Brandon Oot. And in the case of Kentucky winning over Michigan State, last year's champion Jacob Kinnemore would also fall just 1 point short of Ryan. In either case, Jen Schleder wins the top chick honors. By the way, if any of you are wondering why top chick is called top chick, thinking, is that offensive? That's weak. Listen, calm down. If a bunch of guys are sitting around and talking about how a girl has some serious sports knowledge, what do they say? Do they say, man, that lady has some serious sports knowledge? Or that girl knows a lot about college basketball? No, that's not what they say. They say, dude, that chick knows her shit. That's what they say. All right, so hence being called a chick in the context of a sporting pool is very cool. It is very cool, and all you ladies should be honored to hold down the title of top chick. You don't get anything, but you do get some pride. I also believe I paid for Rachel Schaefer's pool out of my own pocket after she locked down top chick honors for 3 straight years a while back. Anyway, Jen wins if Kentucky wins the pool. Wins the championship. If Wisconsin wins the championship, Jim McGowan wins the pool. Chris Naku, despite having all 4 of the Final 4 and having Wisconsin over Duke in the championship game, would be limited to 2nd place because he and Jim have the exact same picks at this point. With the Badgers over Duke, Jackie Miyasaki would rise all the way from page 3 of the pool standings to finish in the Elite 8. And with either Duke or MSU losing to Wisconsin, Jackie takes down top chick. If Duke wins the championship, Miguel Lopez wins the pool with a dominating margin over 2nd place finisher Mike Dowd. If Duke wins over Wisconsin, by the way, that's if Duke wins over Kentucky. If Duke wins over Wisconsin, however, Jim McGowan would hold off Miguel and take 1st place due to his superior picks throughout all rounds of the tournament, but especially by getting all 4 of the Final 4 and by getting both finalists, which Jim would do in that instance. In either case, a Duke championship earns top chick honors for Jen Schleder. If Michigan State wins the championship, Jeff Bry would win the pool, with Jason Flynn also riding the SS Izzo all the way into 2nd place. A fine showing for both of our fine Michigan gentlemen. Where's Heigl, you might ask? Way lower. Don't worry about him. And he didn't even pick Michigan State. Jen Schleder takes down top chick honors with MSU over Kentucky. But if MSU defeats Wisconsin in the championship, Former pool champion Cathleen Woods rises all the way up to take down Top Chick. There's lots of possibilities. There's still 3 great games to come. Don't forget about the NIT. Stanford is in the Final Four. Can Michigan State come from a number 7 seed with an improbable victory? Will number 1 seeds Duke or Wisconsin prevail in the Final Four and reach the promised land? Or, yes, will Kentucky finish off the undefeated season 40-0? It remains to be seen. It's going to be fun. Final Four next Saturday. Talk to you guys then.